to episode 2 of the Set Edu Group podcast. We hope you're finding these podcasts useful, as they contain a lot of decent academic vocabulary and ideas that can be applied in your daily lives, or with your school tests, or alternatively with international exams such as the IELTS examination, the TOEIC examination, or the TOEFL examination. Today we're going to talk about a place in Phuket which is extremely popular with tourists and with local people alike. It's called Central Festival, and it's a big shopping mall. To be honest, this is not my favourite place to go, as I'm not really into, brand names and posing as you walk around the store. However, many people seem to like this. As I said, it's a giant department store. It's a department store. A department store is usually a place with more than one floor, with many different brands there. There are many famous department stores all around the world, such as Macy's in New York. In Central Festival, there are many high-end shops. What are high-end shops? High-end shops are shops with very expensive brands like Gucci and Prada. Not really my thing, but many people seem to like these. People seem to enjoy shopping. These brands make them feel better about themselves. So as I said, there are many high-end shops, and people often, they walk around and get a sense of what's happening in the international fashion world. Many people like to dress up and walk around Central Festival, doing laps, almost like Formula One racing cars. And they all seem to check each other out. Check each other out? What's that mean? Well, it means that they look at each other. They compare themselves with other people. Usually their fashion, their hairstyles, perhaps their makeup, maybe other accessories that they're wearing, such as watches. And they check them out and see what they need to do to update themselves with the latest fashions. You could say that people engage in retail therapy at Central Festival. What does this mean, engage in retail therapy? Well, it means that instead of, taking a pill to feel better about yourself, or even doing exercise to feel better about yourself, people like to take their therapy with buying things, with consuming. They feel better after they buy. Now, it's debatable how long this happiness actually lasts. For those of us who are a little bit cynical, we would say that this is quite a shallow or superficial way to do things. But some people enjoy retail therapy. Now, there are many international chains at Central Festival. Many of these are American franchises, such as Burger King, Swenson Ice Cream Shop, KFC. There are also other American chains there, and there are also lots of luxury brands where people can, spend huge amounts of money in buying these things for their friends and family. There are also, as I said, fast food chains, American ones, and they seem to be very popular at the moment with the Phuket youth and younger people. Those of us who have a bit of worldly experience, like myself, know that these fast food chains are overpriced and incredibly bad for your health. Therefore, I avoid them at all costs. And I would advise you listeners to do the same thing. Central Festival has become a place to be seen. What does that mean, a place to be seen? Well, what it means is you go there if you want other people to notice you. Teenagers often hang out in groups and maybe walk around Central Festival. And other groups of teenagers see them. They see their fashion identity. They see what they're wearing. And people like to be seen in this particular place. It's fashionable. As I said, tourists, not only local people, flock to Central Festival. To flock means they go in large numbers. And it has become a bit of a tourist magnet. Phuket had about 12 million visitors last year, which is a really big number. And many of them went to Central Festival. Therefore, Central Festival is acting like a magnet and pulling in tourist, let's call it tourist dollars, for the retailers who operate out of Central Festival. So it's a tourist magnet. You could describe Central Festival as a Mecca for shoppers. It's a place where lots of people go to. It's become a symbol of consumerism within Phuket. So these are some ideas to think about. Well, that's about all I have to say about Central Festival. I hope some of the vocabulary helps you today. And if you have any questions, please comment on our blog, and we will provide you with a very detailed answer. Thank you very much. That's the end of podcast 2. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.